Okay, hi everybody, it's Mike again, and I'd like to show you Google Alerts now. Google Alerts is a really cool tool, awesome way to take advantage of the power of the internet, and an amazing way to keep up to date on a variety of information sources that are going to help you be more successful in your sales process. So as you can see here, it's just google.com/alerts. And again, just like Google Reader, in order to use this, you're going to want to have an account with Google. If you have an account like I do, I just went here and I'm automatically logged in. So what you can do with Google Alerts is, as you can see here, monitor the web for interesting new content. So let's just say that I want to track information on the business author Jim Collins. Okay, so I type in Jim Collins and I put the quotes around his name to make sure that I'm only getting search results for this exact combination of words. If I were to leave the quotes off, then Google would return a whole bunch of junk to me that, as long as it included Jim and Collins someplace in the content results, it would show it to me. So by doing this, I can get more specific. I also know if you really get into using Google Alerts, there's a lot of different tricks that you can use in how you define your searches by using different characters here that will allow you to get really specific with your searches. I don't know how to do that, but I know that you can. So again, if you start to use this pretty heavily, it's something to look into. So I can then say I can say give me everything that gets created that has Jim Collins in it, or just news. So from news sources that Google has, or blog posts, video, discussions like in chat rooms and forums. I can tell it how often to send me the results. I can do as it happens, once a day, once a week. All results or only the best results, and how to deliver it, which this is really important here. So I can have it delivered to me real time if I chose real time up here as it happens. I can have it sent to my email, or I can have it create a feed that I can follow. And this is important. This goes back to Google Reader. Again, in Google Reader, you can follow these feeds and use Google Reader as your portal to aggregate this information. So how you would use this in your sales process. Let's say that there is a particular executive that I'm trying to get in the door with at a major company. Well, I can put this name, the name of the executive, as a Google alert. So anytime any information comes up about that executive, anything that gets published on the web in video format or any chats that are happening, Google's going to let me know. And there's really just no end to the possibilities here. So let's say that your prospect company that you're trying to sell into has a major new product that's about to roll out, or a project internally that's very public and people are talking about it and there's news being created about it. You can create alerts related to that and follow those alerts so that now you have real-time information about what's going on in that prospect company's world. And oftentimes you'll have better information than they will, because a lot of people at those companies don't know how to use this tool, or just don't use it on a regular basis. They don't follow the information that's out there. So you can bring valuable information into the sales process that can really help establish you as an expert, can help establish you as somebody who hustles and does their homework, and can, again, as I mentioned in the previous video, give you some conversation points that may be the thing that helps you break into an account and steal it away from the competition or keep it away from the competition. So there's really just so many ways that you can use this tool, and I really highly suggest that you just experiment with it. So what I want to show you, though, is how you can use this in Google Reader so that you can easily, again, keep up with all of the different informational alerts that you have out there. So again, let's say I do Jim Collins. I want to, as it happens, I choose this feed option and I say create alert. Now, As you can see here now, that for Jim Collins, for this feed, it has, or for the search term Jim Collins, it has created a feed here. And you can see it gives me the option, deliver to Google Reader. Okay? So now if I just click on that feed, I can say add to Google Reader right here. And this automatically adds this feed to my account. So now Google Reader, Google Alerts, excuse me, Jim Collins. And then what I can do, if you'll notice down here in my folders, I have this alert section. So I follow alerts for various terms, including my own and my company, to see how things are going, any news that's being created. So what I can do is I can go to this feed settings, and I can determine where I want this to show up. So I'm going to say I want it to show up in alerts. And there it is right there. So now, again, I have this very simple way of going down here and tracking all this information in real, in a real consolidated, concise way. I can see all the alerts on all the topics that were interesting enough for me to track. Now, what you'll notice as you use Google Alerts is that there's a lot of information that may contain the terms that you're watching that may not really be relevant to you. So this is a really nice way for me personally, rather than getting an email every single time that some information shows up. As you can see, this would be an overwhelming amount of email for the feeds that I have here, for the alerts that I have here. So what I've decided is to say, hey, put these into Google Reader. I'll check them once a day. It's very easy now for me to scroll through and determine which of these are actually relevant to me. And then I can just mark them all as read once I've gone through them, and they'll disappear until the next round of them start showing up the next day. So again, very easy way to put these alerts into Google Reader and keep an eye on them. So very handy tool, and it can give you just a real competitive edge in your sales process, something that all salespeople really should be taking advantage of and getting creative with how they use these alerts to get a competitive edge in their sales process. All right, in the next video, I'm going to show you if you wanted to subscribe to a blog and add that to Google Reader now that you have that set up. I'll show you how to do that. Thank you.